Yo, hello there guys, I hope you're doing beautifully well. Mikey here with another slightly too hot Let's Draw Hot Elf Waifus session. It is the 20th of July. We are live on Twitch. We've started on Twitch actually hours ago because we were doing like trailer reactions and other stuff. However, if you prefer it without background music, then YouTube is the place for you. Also, hi on Kick. I hope life is treating you gorgeously. So we're just going to pick up where we left off the other day. If you've got any art questions, go ahead. But I'm going to be experimenting a bit with foliage because I don't draw that much greenery, even though I love seeing it in artwork. And then we'll just see what else comes to mind as we enjoy our Monday. Hey, Gremlin. Welcome back in. All right. Wait. Oh, mate, you might be a different Gremlin. Welcome in, not back in. Hey guys, hello Necromancer, welcome back to you. I've just finished a work in progress sketch. It took you a while just to get it scanned in. Yeah, I used to have that. I used to put a lot of my sketchbook stuff through the scanner and then colour it in digital when I was really sort of early days starting out. And it would just be half a day just getting that scanner printer to talk to my Wi-Fi. Not appreciative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a color blend on this background. We'll just do some clipping and see what does and doesn't work. The colors that are in the image right now are not the final colors. They're not even necessarily the base colors, although they're probably not far off. These are just to represent the fact that I've masked different layers. Just going to wait for OBS to start spinning up. Ew. Right, create clipping mask. Instead of using a soft blend brush, I'm going to try these other texture ones that I've started making part of my process. I think this is the guy. And I'm going to go from dark green blues at the at the back. Blacker and blacker than ever before. But the idea is that this is all going to end up green. By the time we're done. But my ability to understand greens is really limited. So it's not that I have a problem with like what I want where and how I'm going to draw it and paint it. It's that the actual tone and values of greens that I end up using might be a bit iffy. Like I think ultimately even this is a bit too saturated. What I want is like to come all the way forward to some very like yellowy greens. So let's just bring that color down a lot. Let's try this. And come all the way down to here. I'm going to see if going much lighter works for the leaves. God, no. God, this is what I'm talking about. I can't judge it at all. Let's do that palm plot as well. Hey, Addy Mystic. Hey, Dempsey. Sheesh for knockers. Yeah, she's generous. See how that goes as a base. I'm the same. Still your favourite. Good to know. Kites out, I've never yapped in my life. I'm the silent streamer, the secret artist, the shadow that draws anime. Can you just draw for me? Mate, I can barely draw for myself. Sorry, brother. I got nothing for you, man. I think these leaves are going to be much darker and greener by the time I come back to that. Hmm. Yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. How's the start of the week going, you lot? Alright? I'm so overwhelmed. I really don't know where to start here. I'm just going to start picking out some of these greens. Maybe have a go down here for little bits, and then we'll come away from that, work on the character, and then come back to it and balance it. There's no way I could use my watercolor brush, is there? Is that coming in as a multiply? Yeah, because they work like dickheads. Let's make that for now. How important do you think it is to practice figure drawing? If you're going to draw people or figures, I think it's pretty important. The practice part is up to you. Like, often a lot of people, especially if you've got a deadline, you sort of live learn. You try to do a piece of artwork with a pose maybe you're not super confident with, and that is your practice right then and there. What I would recommend is practicing foliage before foliaging. I might try a different brush in a minute. I'm just working on a little patch. I don't think this brush has got a heavy enough flow. Try this one. Not for me, this watercolor brush. Let's change some of its brush properties real quick. Now, how did we do that? Was it window or something? That's better. Elephant deck. Hey, dude. The pain of learning art sucks. Mikey's left me to die. When I start drawing in a way that satisfies me, then we can talk about satisfying you, Itavi. I'll do a pass with this, but don't for a minute think I'm fooled by being satisfied. What about this one?
This guy's got the right idea.
Hello. Thank you for the follow. Warmest wishes. Modest scrub. Ain't no scrub, but a modest one. Hey Nick Tyler, how you doing, man? Is this Rift of the Necromancer? Heck yeah. This one needs adjusting as well. I don't think I've saved my adjustments. I don't think these watercolor brushes are going to make it into my brush pack. With Photoshop, it's just not the same. It's never the same. Well then, get you a bit more opaque, big guy. I'm being a bit messy around the edges because I'm going to come in and be putting all sorts of shadows and other tones in here. It's just our little start. Although, I think the size effects would be better. I've assumed darkness in blues. Probably gonna just so much saturation. It looks like I'm trying to do a tinting cover. I might just drag this down into something way less saturated underneath. Let's see what happens when we do that. Hey Oxygoo, how you doing, man? Ooh. No music on the YouTube side. Dambui, no, afraid not. If you prefer listening to, I mean, you've got all the options in the world. All of it is completely free. If you prefer listening to the music that I'm often singing to or talking about, then hang out on Twitch. I think Kick has some music as well. But YouTube would straight up turn off a live stream. For copyright reasons. Although I have no idea what we're listening to now. It's kind of weird. It's got like a weird extra bit. Feels like it's dark gothic, like it's a berserk boss or something. Some sort of a berserk. Of a Dreamcast. I drew lots of greens. I could have drawn some mushrooms. Oh, yeah, less blue is better. Okay. Let's stick to browns and try to work through browns. Yeah, let's work with a slightly more definite brush. Hey Dipper, what's up? Yar, Omentar, how you doing, man? Yeah, Kane. I wasn't streaming the yesterday. And I do struggle with greens and understanding where and what to use, so I'm just gonna put down a few layers until it starts to feel better. But I think once I put some multiply shadow to start to really separate and make them pop out, then it might have a bit more of a correct feeling. But right now, I'm just guesstimating, and it's a bit gross. I do not like where my greens are at all. If I make the main character really pop in the middle, maybe we can come back to them. But I'm going to just do this rough foliage vibe.
Just tea, thank you.
Oh, hey, thank you for the follow. Valen, what's up? It's all part of the process. Cheers, big guy. Right, philodendrons are really hard leafy greens. Maybe I should do something with that in mind. Actually, should I go onto a multiply layer but in green? Let's see what that does. I'll go mid yellowy. Right, let's change this playlist. I've had enough. I don't know what this is, but I've had enough of that. I'm gonna get way more chill, man. Let's go all the way back to. Sorry, I'm just getting my mouse to work on my other computer. Let's go all the way back. Valestitia? Am I saying that correctly? Yeah, what's up? No. This is not the way more. This is too much. We gotta come down from this. It can still be higher, but this is just a touch too much. Let's see what happens. Does anybody know how to pin a message? I'm just gonna do a test. Oh, it really was as simple as /pin. Okay, one sec. Alright, now how do we get rid of this? fuck's sake. Now it's being finicky because I've already written a thing. Is that link gonna work with that weird thing? It made me add the bracket. Open link. Add link still works. That's close enough. There we go. There we go. There we go. E. Just gonna do a little test run quickly. I just want to see if this has any positive effect. I might just scrap this, not scrap it, but like I might just scratch this bit and then just start changing the model instead. Maybe start from a place of strength, but let's just go here. Go to multiply. Do you like funk? I'm a bit up and down on it. I liked it for a weekend, and then by the end of that weekend, I was like, ugh, I've had enough of that. I'm not sure what's going on here leaf-wise. I might just add a really quick line and just change it up a touch. Hey Nick, back to YouTube. I prefer it without the music. Not feeling this playlist. Don't worry, and either am I. I'm also not fully satisfied. I might find something else. Let's make this. Oh, do you like it, Blind Lurker? Do you like this playlist? Dude, it's this song, Lava Run, and then put it on radio mode. Start the radio from that song, and that's what we're listening to. Hey Pixie, how you doing, you star? Happy start of the week. Right, let's go way more chill. Fuck this, fuck this. No more upbeat. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, thank God. Oh, okay. Are you liking the inking? Are you liking the pen nib? It's not acrylic. Oh, do you mean in terms of I'm using softer brushes? Oh, licking. Oh yeah, that's just to get a smooth glide. I've worn down my actual pen thing to an almost complete stub. And every now and then it kind of like gets a real good sort of texture feedback, which I don't actually want. So I work with a really light touch. Hello, Ludens. How you doing, man? Working hard to find these greens. If we keep mixing them up, if I get like a nice variance that feels a little bit nicer, then I can come back and worry about sort of veins and surface. We'll see how we go. Oh wow, you're old. Okay, that came out wrong. That came out exactly as you intended to type it. Thanks. Welcome on in. Chilled one? No, I've been working. Chasing up stuff, doing my tasks. I've not been in the garden now. But no, I'm trying a bit more to crack on now. I've put myself in such a behind position, dude. I've got loads of catching up. How's life your end, man? Pixie's tired. There's a big spider over there. I won't make a big deal out of it. I bought some pictures. I bought some picture lights to put over frame pictures. They're looking class. Oh yeah, hell yeah, brother.
Hello there.
Yo, cheers for the follow. Mickey Muck Soup. Ayo. No rush. Claim those codes. Wait, did you send me more codes? Did you send me more codes, Ludens? And I never claimed them. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Was this just before I stopped streaming for ages? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, brother. Hell yeah. Yo, hey, Nikki. How you doing? I love the colour scheme. Thank you. This isn't actually the official colour scheme as much as it's just my desaturated layers. My clipping masks. And I had to desaturate quite far, Nikki, because I do not have a good working understanding of green leafy foliage. It's all wrong. So what I'm just doing is I'm just doing stuff, and then I'm hoping that later I'll just play around with like the levels, or I'll put like a blanket yellowish green color layer at a low opacity that will sort of unify it. We'll see how we go. How you doing? When Sephiroth is about to end you, but you want to bop it. That's what it's all about, remember? You think it's all about Sephiroth, then you realise it's about the J word. Jazz. Over. That's all I got. She came down and brought Jazz to the Cetra, and it destroyed them. And it turned out that Cloud was freestyling the entire game. Big news. I think it's going on. Planet's grooving, Cloud. Oh, I can't even do a Barrett voice anymore. What's going on here? The planet's dying, Cloud. Shinra's sucking up all the snare. I don't care. I'm just here for the gill and the beat. God damn it, Cloud. Who told Stable 5-4? I just had a fearful memory of is it Arrested Development? Where I can't. I think it's Junior, the guy with the hook for a hand. He like has a go at dissing his mum, and they're like, "Ooh, there you go," and then he gets a little bit too into it, and he just starts saying loads of stuff, and just gets beeped loads, and they're all just like, "Wow, okay." Oh no, that and the puppet. What you saying, fool? Oh, his brother's black puppet. Oh dear. We'll come back to that. I'll save a flat for posterity. Let's go somewhere we're more comfortable. Hey Evan. Hey Chameleon. Hello, man. Chinese and bid. Nice. What Chinese you got? Salt and pepper chicken tray. Oh, rice and curry. You want to know what I made a terrible mistake doing? I tried getting a salt and pepper white baked in breadcrumbs. And when my Chinese came and I opened up the bag, it just stunk of... It didn't smell of wonderful Chinese. It stunk of white bait. And I ate a couple and they properly did not sit well in my stomach. I was like... Bleh. So be careful out there, kids. Turn this down a touch when my mouse responds. Hey. Freshly fried for an Indian. Yeah, I don't think many people ordered a white bait at the Chinese place. I think it must have been out right at the back of the freezer for a bit. Hey Zoosh, large eyes, big heart, warm attitude, strange hobbies. Hey Sakura. Hey Risa, how you doing? Are your favorite art teachers on YouTube? Teach wise, I tend to go by books. But in terms of like artists that inspire me, yeah, Rakes on YouTube. All those really cool Koreans whose Twitch usernames I know, but YouTube usernames I don't. EO58 is on Twitch and YouTube. Rhino Tuna, I think he's still on YouTube. Yeah, they're out there. Yo, hey Kia, welcome back, dude. Hey Metal Dragon. Hey Whoopi. Hiya. Hey Derex. Good evening. Happy Monday. Hola, Mark Joseph. ¿Qué tal? No sound. No Queenie. Unfortunately, so Queenie, we're playing music on Twitch and we're playing music on Kick. But you can't on YouTube for copyright. Unless you play only copyright-free music. And Wipeout Audio does some good stuff, but overall I prefer listening to music that I want to hear. Not just music that I'm just about allowed to. Jesus. It's a form of music. Thank you, Bill. Bill introducing us to the trumpet there in the wonderful world of jazz. Excellent stuff. Yes. Okay. Bill, how's your day? Hmm. 18 US states now require ID to see adult content. Ah, you all laughed at us when we did it. When we were complaining, you lot were like, what's the problem? Scan your face. Face your fears. What? I don't know. VPN, bro. Hell yeah, bro. I'm gonna work down here. I've been watching and trying your art ideas for over 7 years. Oh, Metal Dragon Might. Thank you for the tutorials and other great art pieces. It's helped me a lot. Hell yeah. Awesome, man. Thank you very much for saying. You have to excuse me. I'm not very chatty right now. I'm just trying to... I've tried to have a go at doing plants. And I'm just woefully underprepared to work out how to do my greens. So now I'm just going back into something safe, which is just skin, boobs, and hair. I'm sort of zoning into it. But yo, I'm glad if those videos have been of any use to you, dude. Warmest wishes on your own art progress. Appreciate. Bueno, no hablo inglés. Sí, sí, sí. Y yo no hablo muy bien español. Pero las tatas. Droras.
He must be a Fremen, or in with them. He's studying us.
Ew. Yo, Snow. Hello. Hey, Snow. Hey, Leo. Hey, Drifty. Hey, Shidake. Hello, guys. How you doing? Snow, how's your stream? You been, playing more songs on the piano? I was in Snowbright's stream the other week, and she was breaking my heart. She was like, who is Steven Spielberg? What's Steven Spielberg done? And then she was on Internet Movie Database, because I'm an old man and Snow's like, I don't know, Generation Y. and she'd gone onto Internet Movie Database, but she'd started at the top. So she was just like, "What's it? What he done?" Also, Snowmright is a badly English-speaking Pinay streamer. What he do? And so she was like finding all these like really bad shows that he's been put down as a producer on, you know, which has nothing to do with him directing. And she's like, "This is rubbish. This is bad. This is rubbish." And then in chat we were like, Indiana Jones. I don't like that. I'm not saying it. Jaws. He invented the blockbuster. Like that didn't exist before Jaws. I don't like that. And then she was like, "Oh, Ready Player One. I like that." And I was like, "Oh, thank God. Common ground." E.T. Who's this guy? Doesn't do good films. He doesn't do good films. And I'm just like, and then she's like, "Oh, Ready Player One. I know that. I like that one." And then she reaches over and she pulls out a signed copy of Ready Player One. And the film I find is a bit meh, but look, Snowmright likes it, so let's keep the conversation going. And the book is very, very good, but the book has a completely different generation of video game references. It's all old school stuff. I was like, "Oh, I really enjoyed the book. I found it a real page turner." And she just goes, "Oh, I haven't read it." Puts the book down. Haven't read it. Just got it signed. Every time Snowmright says that, she goes, sorry. And I was just like, fuck, I can't stay here. I can't stay in this stream. You are breaking my heart, Snowmright. Anyway, warmest wishes. Thank you for the raid. What are you doing today, dude? I had a crash out on stream. I had a crash out and I played piano. Also, in Mon King Max sample. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Damn. Ready Player One is like one of my favorite movies. Oh, damn. That guy was that guy who's the kid in it is Cyclops, I think, in the later X-Men. But I think they've brought back the OG Cyclops for Doomsday. I just watched the trailer a bit earlier. Pretty cool. Snowmright, have you seen the Avengers Doomsday trailer? Snowmright, do you need to go to bed or have a life? I'm pretty chill today, dude. I'm just I was super excited. Well, all of that is a lie. But I was like, okay, let's get some work done. And then I tried doing plant leaves, and I just don't know how to do green. I just couldn't get the greens to work. Sulia, you lad! I couldn't get the greens to go, and I was just like, so I've erased all those layers, and now we're just coming in with skin tones and hair and clothing and stuff that I feel safe doing, and then we'll just try to put some more greens. But basically, watching Sims do amazing foliage is not the same as learning how to do amazing foliage. I've learned that in the space of 45 minutes this evening. It's been a real emotional journey. Thank you so much, Snow. Sulia, thank you so much for the 48-month resub. 48 years, Sulia, in the front lines of the 10,000-year AI art wars. Sulia, you're one of my bravest little soldiers. There's nothing diminutive about you. So, just before this sounds weird, but you're one of my bravest little soldiers, Sulia. On the front lines, gates of robots. Thank you so much for the resub. I've been dipping in for a lurk, Sulia. Your work is so gorgeous. Here we are just trying to do simple elves and remember how to draw. I watched that by chance. Only after did I check it out and saw it was a Spielberg movie. Yeah, I mean these days Spielberg and basically any of that generation, because Spielberg, Lucas, and to a lesser degree Ridley Scott all know each other. But it's like if you see a Ridley Scott movie now, it's like no, Ridley Scott turned up on set for a few hours and then went home, and the Ridley Scott team emulates his style relatively well. But it's Spielberg produced stuff. Nah, I wouldn't worry about it. Who is this guy? Rotten Picardo. Hi, thank you for your vids. Oh, hey, warmest wishes, dude. I got a massive chunk of my art knowledge from you. Thanks for your hard work. Oh, hey, thank you very much for the warm message. Hello. Yeah, super glad. If those tutorials have been of any use, I'm aware that I needs must make more. All in good time. But yo, hey. Very cool. Be well. Snow said that the elf you're drawing looks like her. Do you agree? Snow's far more beautiful. Snowmarite is deaf to my compliments. I can say anything nice to Snowmarite, and she completely, it just washes off her back. I'm always like, Snowmarite, you look a bit like Galadriel. You're so lovely. Snowmarite's just like, whatever. And then she's like, nobody loves me. Oh no, what was it? Snow, I do not want to out your dirty laundry, because I don't know what your laundry is. But what did you say the other day, Snow? You went to TwitchCon, and you had a situationship with someone for 3 days. I am so nosy. I'm just like, tell me more. What has Snowmarite been up to? Yeah, so guys, welcome on in. I haven't drawn for 2 months, and that is death to an artist, and I feel like I'm in some sort of like recuperation after a car crash. It is like making myself relearn, oh, how did I used to do this, and how do we vibe that, and why does this work and why does that not work? And offline I'm going to have to follow some tutorials for foliage, because my god, leafy plants just aren't happening right now. That eye still needs to get moved up. I don't remember. I want to forget. No, you have to tell me. You have to tell us in your stream. You have to tell us in your stream. Next time I'm in there, Snow, I'm going to just ask for a quick summary. Only what you feel comfortable sharing, but Snow's out there meeting people. Have a little, all that pole dance training. "48 years. We're going to keep drawing big personalities." Hell yeah, Sulia. If you do it, I will. Hell yeah. Guys, you're all following Sulia and Snom, right? We're going to fight every clanker 1 pen stroke at a time. Oh yeah. With my teeth and a pencil. We'll fight the good fight. Anyway, Snowmarite, before you disappear, would you like to roll an exclamation mark D20 in chat? And I'll quickly do a... Why isn't this... Oh, there we go. I was having trouble there. You want to do an exclamation mark D20 in chat, and we'll very, very quickly have a very, very quick look at the true story behind the time you got laid for 3 days at TwitchCon, and then the other person never spoke to you again. And whenever you both came out of a hotel together, they made you wait 30 seconds before you walked into the lobby. And they kept texting you, but they never talked to you. By the way, if you're not going to tell this story, I'm just going to make it up. A 1 and a 2. Ooh. Oh, that is some toxic gin style luck. Throw some salt over my shoulder. A 1 and a 2. Who rolls a 1 and a 2? Oh, Snowmarite. So be it. No, one sec. Just need to pause the recording on this. I think I actually need to reset my little Wacom thingamy. A 1 and a 2. This is not going to be good by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, right, I don't know if this is all set up, so you have to excuse me. How are we doing? Oh, here we go, it wasn't too bad. Snowmarite, 1. Snowmarite, whatever you get, it's going to be coated in bad luck. I don't know what to tell you. 1, 2. Okay, let's come over here. And bring this camera closer over here. I just don't want it to look down my mug into my cup. Actually, my cup's relatively clean. It's a little bit tea stained. So, this is the story of when Snowmarite went to TwitchCon and she met another content creator. They'd been DMing each other on Discord. And at first, it was all fun and pink and giggly, and Snowmorite was like, "Ooh, nice to meet you." And he was like, "Hell yeah, why don't you join my crew and stand together with me?" And she was like, "No, let's stay focused. Let's go to the hotel." And he was like, "Hell yeah, I'm going to mimic that and also be focused." And so they smashed. And then the next morning, he completely shadowed her. Like she wasn't there. And then it was really awkward when they were walking around in TwitchCon, bumping into each other. And Snowmorite's just like, as you know, Snowmorite wears bikinis at TwitchCon. She was like, "Oh yeah, I got it going on." And he was like, no. And then later that night, he was like, "Oh, yo, actually, up in his DMs, do you want to come back to my hotel again?" And Snowmorite said yes. This is actually, I thought I only had rares left. This is another really good card. This is that criminal MILF who's really hot in Nikkei. This is a super rare. Snowmorite, your shiny adventure, I'm going to be honest, is still bathed in bad luck. But that's just the overview of the story. Now, if you want the messy details, don't worry. I'll go into Snowmorite's stream and I will make them up. I'll tell everybody. I'll tell everybody what she got up to. Snowmorite had a baby with a live streamer at TwitchCon, and I saw it. And then she had the baby and she wrapped it up in reeds, and she put it in the gutter so that nobody could see it. But I saw it happen. And somewhere there's a little reed baby floating down a river, floating down a sewer like the Danny DeVito penguin in Batman Returns. And I saw it all. And she said, "Shh, don't tell anyone, I beg you." And I was like, "Snowmorite, what are you doing?" She's like, "I've just been in a situationship at TwitchCon." I was like, "Oh, oh yeah." All right, I'm going to look after this for you, Snowmorite, because that's quite a nice card. But thank you very much for that raid. Have a lovely day. Massive Mario, how you doing, man? 100% true. It was at the partner party. Oh, yes, I think I remember you saying, Snowmorite, you gave somebody an old-fashioned underneath the table during a meetup at the partner party the night before TwitchCon. They call it Eastern Europe's finest hugger. Sorry, Snowmorite, you don't deserve any of this. Thank you so much for that raid. I hope you're having a lovely day. Please ignore me. I'm just all fussy and grumpy because I can't draw foliage very well. That's what's going on. It's lovely to see you, Snowmorite. Do not mind me. Like Moses, like Superman. Yeah, let me just stop my driver. My pen's not doing all the cool things it usually does. Alright, that's better. I want different colours in the skin by a little margin, and I can't. I think I've gone too white for the base, and I want to get some yellows and reds more. But let's leave it super basic and easy. I'm not going to do the Mona Lisa when I'm trying to get back into drawing, as I'm slowly relearning the craft, so to speak. So let's just do simple all over the piece, and then we can come back and do another pass and see what we want to make a bit more interesting. Little baby steps for baby Mikey. I'm baby. By the way, is that not one of the most off-putting things in the world? I'm very open-minded. If you're into interesting stuff in the bedroom, go live your life. But something I think I actually cannot tolerate on a visceral level is that whole, like, adult men go baby and then wear a diaper. I want people to find what makes them happy and be judgment-free. But those... I don't know. Basically, every time I say "am baby," I cringe a little inside. Because I'm just like, actually, I'm not. I'm definitely not one of those people. Sorry if that's alienated anyone. But Jesus Christ. Alright, good luck on all your endeavours. Yeah, Win Monkin's just like, okay, that's it, I'm out. I am out. I'm taking this nappy to somewhere where I'll be appreciated. Thank you very much. Fair enough, bruv. Have a good one, dude. How long is it legal? Yeah, as long as it's legal, I don't judge. I mean, if your bedroom kink is ram raiding a family-owned shop, destroying all their merchandise and setting it on fire, then I might have a bit of an opinion. Do you remember when Twitch put a no shade on furries, by the way, but do you remember when Twitch put a diaper fetish furry on the front page? Because nobody was doing much vetting. And then the very next day, Twitch was like, oh, and then he was banned. These are the little things that make live streaming worth it, honestly. Just seeing what happens on this platform next. Anyway, I had a lovely time at Streamer University, guys. Thanks for asking. But we are back to work. Good old Kai. Do you remember when you went live on Kick? Trippy Darko, what's Kick? How you doing, man? I remember. Remember? You went to Streamer U? Oh yeah, of course. I'm exactly the demographic. but it's all about Streamer U. Rock solid, high energy, 18 to 27, LA based live streamer. Mikey Mega Mega. I think that might be my idea of hell. Actually boarding up with a whole load of people whose entire business plan is to be really loud or associated with drama. I actually turned it on the other day and I watched it for 10 seconds and it was exactly what I thought it was. And by the way, shout out to Kai Cenat. Not that you need to shout out, but like, you know, no shade. But it was like an awards thing. I think it was the end of the day or end of their time. And they're all sitting in this like little theatre space or this little like a college room space. And Kai's on stage reading out something. And the camera just like showed the lot of them and they're all just sitting there and they all had the look of people who did not take any pleasure in not being the focus of loud attention. So they're all having to sit there and not win an award while somebody else wins an award. And oh, they all just look so grumpy and fed up, and every one of them had like a face like a slapped ass. Just like, and then like you catch their streams, it's all shouts and fun and rah, rah, rah. It's just like, oh god, get away from me. But like the moment they were like weren't at the center of the camera, like that whole audience was just like so glum and moody. So yeah, I'll apply next year, is what I'm saying. Say hi to Sneeko and Adrian Broner. I don't know who they are. Are they the winners of Streamer University? I mean, good for them. Hell yeah. Didn't Streamer University happen before? This is not the first time I've heard these words. Does anybody know who went to the... Look, I'm interested now. Does anybody know who went to the last Streamer University and won? And, like, you know, who's that? Are they, like, a really big streamer now? Is there loads of them? Did loads of people go to Streamer U and, like... I don't... What does that mean? Do you gain an audience? Or do you need to already have one? I don't know the rules. This will give you an idea of the kind of positive ray of hope I am sometimes. The other thing I watched the other day, I had to hunt for it. I had to find somebody's re-upload. You want to know the other thing I watched the other day, just to make myself feel good? I forget the name of the company, but I watched the build your own PC company that used to be really big on Twitch because they did loads of live PC buildings. But it's for one where their CEO, whenever somebody won on their giveaway, if they weren't big enough, he would just not give them the giveaway prize, and he'd do another draw until the winner was somebody with a big enough following on, like, social media or Twitch. I was just watching that. I was just watching a man destroy his own empire live. And that made me really happy. I like that. I like that a lot. I was like, oh. No, not Lino, not Nexus. It's like something computers. But basically they had like a big Artesian builds. Brewmaster. Yeah, so Artesian shut down, and then the same people opened up a new one called Starforge because the name became synonymous. But like their CEO is like, oh, it's just clearly just a thoroughly awful person. But like because like it turns out they'd done re-rolls and redraws on competitions before, where he's just like, nah, let's roll again. Just get a different winner.
Must be a Fremen, or in with them.
And oh,
He's studying us.
Yo, with Doodle, thank you very much for the raid. Warmest wishes. Happy evening. Welcome on in. How you doing, dude? Are you doodling? Did you have a good day? Did you have a good productive stream? But it was for one where what they did basically... Hi, welcome on in. We're just talking about Artesian builds and a guy who destroyed his own company before forcing them to shut down and then rebrand as something else. And it was like the competition entry rules were like, follow us on socials and basically like have our referral link in your Twitch page and all that sort of stuff. Those are the rules. Do this, make sure this has happened, you follow the competition. And so they rolled to see who was going to win a PC live. And then some small lady streamer won. And then, right, and he was like, okay, let's check to make sure you've done all the rules. And so he's checking out her channel and everything. And then he just starts adding these extra caveats. Where it's like, okay, so yep, you've got our referral link on your Twitch page, good. And then he just starts checking his, like, you know, Google metrics. And he's like, oh, it doesn't look like anyone's clicked on your referral link on your page. It looks like it's had no activity. And you've only got 1,000 followers. Or something like that. So he's just like, nah, let's roll again. So like everyone in chat had been like, yo, congratulations to the winner, congratulations. All his mods were like, congratulations. And then the CEO is just like, nah, you're not big enough and you haven't given us any traffic. Just rolled for a different person to win. He was just rolling until like someone with a big account won. So they got like, you know, better social media boosts and shit. And even the mods were just like, oh, is that one of the rules that you have to have a minimum amount of engagement with the stuff? Because we didn't know that. Even the mods are just like, what's going on here? Yeah, that made me feel good. Real piece of shit. And that, like, so it wasn't the first time he'd done that, but it was the first time it, like, trended really hard on Twitter. And that was around the time they'd, like, DM'd me for promotion. They were like, yo, let us know if you ever want to work on something. And I was just like, yo, I'm not even going to respond to that. Sorry. I'm afraid my career cannot afford to be associated with you. Rise and shine, it's on again, off again, on again. I have a few things I like to fall back on. Hey Izzy, how you doing, dude? You're telling me you don't love watching young people whose frontal lobes haven't developed yet? I'm all for people having fun and a good vibe. The fact that I don't watch somebody stream because I'm a little bit too old to be their target audience and enjoy what they enjoy, comes with zero shade. Does that make sense? Do your thing. Have your success. Don't worry that an old guy in England can't you know, isn't down to be hip with you guys. Stroke can't stand you. And I'm sure they don't worry. But yeah, no. I think my idea of hell would be like being locked in Streamer U for a week. Some of the most off-putting, arrogant people I've ever seen. Morally deficient. But mate, Kaisenat's doing a thing. Shout out to anybody who builds or does a thing. Especially if it involves getting other people together, because that is a nightmare. But things like Streamer University, I wonder how much they do really, really well for Kaisenat and very, very little for other people. And again, this is just I don't know this. This is just a question. But during the gold rush, the people who made the most amount of money were not the people digging for gold. It was the people selling the spades. No ages in chat. Are we ever going to get rid of that rule so that I can talk to people? I remember I put out an advert because I needed some moderators, but nobody was available. So then I had to put out an emergency advert with a Nazi party. And then all my mods came in and they were like, yes, we will force them to follow the rules. And you will follow the rules as well, Mikey. Live to regret it. No ages in chat. Schnell. Silver, you work with what you got. Averages are fine. Hey, IABs. No particular art today. I was just doing vegan stuff. Oh, are you cooking? Sending love to Mikey today since he's always been an indirect mentor to Doodle. Hell yeah, Doodle. Warmest wishes. No, Ronnie, you can't even make jokes about it because that's so fucking cringe after people say no ages in chat. Honestly. I'm glad you're having a good time, but that's so much less funny than you think it is. Cringe. This house has 100% been built on cursed land. Oh, really, Izzy? Starforge is also kind of a shit show. It's owned by OTK, questionable people like Asmongold and Mizkif, etc. What's Starforge? Is that another streamer university? Starforge sounds like the kind of game Fenrir would be like, oh yo, I was an alpha tester. You've never heard of Starforge? Oh, it was really big in the 90s. Da 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 da. Oh, Starforge is the rebranded Artesian builds, guys. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you literally told me 5 seconds ago. Yes, yes, they are. Anyway, if they offer me any sort of sponsorship, I just want you guys to know that I will absolutely do 180 degrees on my opinion. I'll be like, guys, have you ever heard of Starforge? You'll never guess who they are. They're the Artesian build people who tried to do take backsies on a tablet winner because she didn't have a big enough social media account or something. But they got better. Better help. They got better. Look, guys, as a content creator, there have been times in my day that have been a big stress. And thanks to people like BetterHelp, you can talk to you can get qualified, you can get assigned and talk to a therapist within just 30 minutes. BetterHelp used to sell your medical private data to other companies without your consent or knowledge. But they don't do that anymore. BetterHelp. They got better. Been having so many issues with things not being built correctly or stupid stuff. Oh, that fucking sucks. No internet. They can't find a conduit. What? Are you trying to fiber or are you broadbanding? Every time we shower, we flood the bathroom because it wasn't built properly. Is this a new build or an old one? I mean, I don't know what old is in Australia. Old is probably like 20 years. Oh, that sucks. That kind of sounds like it sucks balls, mate. Thank you. Very annoying. This is a brand new build. Not in a rush. I hear new builds in America are a bit troubling. We've got a roof over. I mean, Izzy, like, you've got some really annoying shit that you've got to deal with. Do you have like a landlord, or like do you have like a property sort of evaluation thing where you can be like, okay, this is still isn't sorted, this isn't sorted. You have to get like some sort of property document. I forget what it's called in England. Just pain in the arse stuff. But you do have like a sweet pad with a funky little layout that's all your own. Oh yeah, Doodle. What's that? Hey, Master Mario. Oh damn. What is this? Is this a charm? Looks like an icon or a counter for something awesome in a video game. What am I looking at here? It's a VTuber themed Digivice. Oh shit. What's a Digivice? Is that like when a Power Ranger transforms? Is anybody aware that there is a train based or train themed selection of Power Rangers? I saw a YouTube short, so it's probably from the 90s, but like I thought it was genuinely a skit. But it was I was in fact just watching not a comedy routine, I was just watching Power Rangers. It's 5 Power Rangers and each one turns into a different train. Red train, go, yellow train, go, and they just and they're basically just Power Rangers, but they have a grill of train tracks across their visors. That's the only difference. Also, the American actors are a little bit heavier than the Japanese stuntmen when they cut to different footage. Oh, that's weird. Wasn't that not? Oh shit. Dum 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 dum. Oh, I see what's happened. a little heavier. You need 2 Japanese dudes and 6 bowls of ramen to make me. Fuse 2 Japanese men into Bill Nash. I was trying to find an old photo that you'd sent me of your thing, Bill Nash, your Canva. We're past that now, no worries. But like as I was scrolling back up and through, I randomly had a photo of you in Twitter, and it's you and Lizard going for a drive somewhere, and I was just like, oh, I got all wistful. I was like, oh, look at them, good times. Even Fenrir's met Lizard. I stole her off the sidewalk. That's how you met. That was actually the first time we met, Mikey. Straight up snatched that lady. I was really hoping just to smash through this today and colour it up. But, God, just all my experience has disappeared. I'm so tentative. Like a nervous, shy maiden. It's those plants. You're going to see this. I'm going to be like, yo, I finished that piece. There's going to be no background. It's just going to be just a character illustration. I'm trying to find like a nicer... nicer mid-orange. I want something, I think it's more akin to this. Saying that comes out like it's grey. Yeah, something a bit more like this. Excuse me. The short ones are easier to steal. A digivice is the device that humans use to digivolve their Digimon. Okay, I understand that. That one is based on the original digivice from the 90s. Oh shit, you're an OG boy. Nice work. God, I hate greens. I can't do greens. Why is that so horribly saturated? I don't deserve happiness. I do not deserve to be happy if that is how I'm doing greens. Like, as a person. No. In James Gurney's book, Colour and Light, he has an entire chapter dedicated to the colour green and why it's problematic. Cool, wow. It'd be good if I had a copy of that book, because I could read it and get better. But instead I have a copy of that book, and I don't read it. All I remember about greens is from Fargo, the TV show. Where the dude's just like, the human eye can see a wider range of greens than any other colour on the spectrum. It's developed for survival to identify predators in the jungle. Apparently. I remember always being like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool, man. Oh my god, it's already midnight. Oh, it has been a sickening lack of progress for it to be midnight. Oh, to be fair, I was doing loads of. By the way, if I sound like I'm self-loathing too much, don't worry. I'm just talking because I enjoy talking sometimes when I'm not hating myself. I need to do loads of practice. I'm super rusty at this, and I need to yeah, find the best way to find this. And I have plenty of materials and resources to help me do that. So I'll do that in my own time. But I do like moaning, so let me have my fun. Do you guys know your elemental power colors? Like, you can't do greens because it's almost like touching grass. Alright, that's it. Stream's over. No, 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 no. Do it to yourself. It's you. Green's my second favourite colour, and like pinkish purples. Green is my favourite colour to work with. Mikey Mega Mona. Yeah, I hardly know her. She pops on from 6 to 9. Has a really long old whine. Opens Photoshop some of the time. Britain's whiny slag. Mikey Mega Mona. What's he got in his bag? Is it another problem? About a British slag? Today he hates his brushes. Tomorrow he's not 8. Then he hates the colour green. And won't show food on his plate. I got nothing. No more mukbangs. Compsognathus and Coleophysis are pretty cool dinosaurs. Oh damn, that's a bit niche. I don't know those ones. I only know the big ones. We won't just lie here. Does this want to be green? I don't know. Well, I'd put this one if I was going for a real D&D mage kind of thing. If I put them in a dungeon. Those blues do pop. Yeah, let's play that as well. Da-da. Yeah, I'm all up in the air with loads about this piece. Yeah, let's come back to this another day. I need to have a little think. I think I might need to do some more drawing on my own. Or maybe do some studies actually might be a really good idea. Get some experience under my wing with some stuff that I'm so rusty at. So, yeah. Might have to have a look at some plants, some cool stuff. And see how see how those greens work against nice warm skin tones. Mikey's philosophy of art making. You do not want to know that, Axio. And also, people who remember stuff that I say aren't welcome in this stream, just in case I get in trouble in a court of law. Right, you gorgeous lot. If you've been watching on YouTube or Twitch, Dempsey, FNAFN, Clown, 666 Darko. Do you like oil more than acrylics? No, I never use oil. I'm not an oil guy. If you fall asleep next to an oil painting, you won't wake up. All you gorgeous, wonderful people, have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm just going to wrap it up because I think we need to do some homework. But if you're watching on YouTube and Twitch, thank you for your time. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your start of your week. And catch us next time we're live. Yo, peace and love. Bye-bye.